Alright, buenos dias everyone. So, good morning. So, this is Roberto Dumapig Almiron, and I am going to voice over today is all about the moderate to vigorous physical activities, or the MBPAS. So, let's have first the objectives. So, self-assessment, self-readiness, it's a status very suited to physical activity assessments, participations, and one's diet. Set field goals based on training principles to achieve and or maintain interest engage in moderate to vigorous. So, actually, this topic is already intended for quarter 4. Same objectives. Moderate physical activity. When we say moderate intensity activities are those that get you moving fast enough or strenuously enough to burn up the 3 to 6 times as much energy per minute as you do when you sitting quietly, or exercises that clock in at 3 to 6 minutes. Vigorous activities burn more than 6 minutes. Moderate activities includes walking, gardening, dancing, cycling, active recreations, and swimming. Vigorous physical activity. When we say vigorous, is in the intensity activities are defined as activity the 6 minutes. These activities require more oxygen consumption than light activities. Some examples of vigorous physical activities include running the 5 meters per hour, the fast swimming, shoveling, jumping rope, aerobics, and carrying heavy. Example, bricks. So those are the physical or the vigorous physical activities. So vigorous activity feels challenging. Here are clues that your exercise intensity is at a vigorous level. First is your breathing is deep and rapid. Second is you develop sweat after only a few minutes of activity. You can say more than a few words without pausing from breathing. So what does MAT stand for? So when we say MAT, it is another name of metabolic equivalent, a measure of exercise intensity based on oxygen consumption. More specifically, a single MAT is defined as the amount of oxygen a person consumes or the energy expended per unit of the body weight during 1 minute of rest. It is equal to about 3.5 millimeters or ml of oxygen consumption per kilogram or kg of the body weight per minute, or 1 kilocalorie or kcal per kilogram of body weight per hour. Brooks. This one is studied by Brooks, Fahey, and White in 1995. So this is according to them. So now let's proceed on lesson 2. The differences between moderate and vigorous physical activity. Exercise experts means activity in metabolic equivalent, or MEETs, or 1 MEET is defined as the energy it takes to sit quietly. Physical activity of all kinds can be performed in a variety of intensities, ranging between light, moderate, and vigorous, or high-intensity activity. The understanding between intensity levels is important to understand the current physical activity. So these are the differences between the moderate intensity and vigorous intensity. So these are the examples. So requires a moderate amount of effort and noticeable accelerate the heart rate. So this is for moderate intensity. While in vigorous intensity, it requires a large amount of effort and causes rapid breathing and a substantial increase in heart rate. So these are the activities or exercises that included in these different types of intensity or exercise. In moderate, there are brisk walking, dancing, gardening, housework, traditional hunting and gathering, active involvement in games and sports with children, walking, domestic animal. The general building tasks, the carrying or moving moderate loads. While in vigorous intensity or activities, it involves the running exercise, walking, climbing bridges up a hill, fast cycling, aerobics, fast swimming, competitive sports and games. Example, traditional games, football, volleyball, hockey, and basketball. Heavy shovelings or digging ditches, carrying or moving heavy loads, 20 kilograms. So those are the examples of the moderate and the vigorous activities. So let's proceed now and listen to the assessing oneself during physical activities. Understanding exercise intensity. When you're doing the activity, such as walking or biking exercise, intensity correlates it with how hard the activity feels to you. Exercise intensity also shown in your breathing and heart rate, whether you're sweating, and how tired your muscles feel. There are two ways to measure exercise intensity. How you feel. It is how you feel. Exercise intensity is a subject measure of how hard physical activity feels to you while you're doing it. Your perceived exertions level may be different from what someone else feels doing the same exercise. For example, what feels you like in a hard run and feel like an easy workout to someone who is more fit. Your heart rate. So this is the second one. Your heart rate offers a more objective rather look at the exercise intensity. In general, the higher your heart rate during physical, the higher your exercise intensity. Here how to get your target heart rate. According to Hogarth and Hogor, 2011, research indicates a more favorable predictions using the computations below than the equations that 220H. Here are the steps to get your target heart rate. So just follow the steps. Okay. Therefore, your heart rate according to Hogarth 2011 and will relate to the rate of perceived exertion, the RPE. The results are 153.76, which means hard. Your efforts of the activity requires depends on how to improve and person to do more physical activities. So that's all for today. So thank you for listening and watching in this video, and I hope you learned something from it. If you have questions or clarifications, you may browse in this link again so for more details, or you may comment down below all your questions and concerns about our topic for today. So again, this is Roberto Dumapig and I am your PE instructor for today, and goodbye everyone, and God bless us all. Bye bye.